Alright, what is going on, y'all? So I promised to do a review as soon as I got my Alibaba Pro Grade SMD C9s in. So this is not a professional video. Don't know if you can see me. Hi. So I got a white sheet of paper here with True Opticore by Wintergreen over here on my left, and the Alibaba lights on the right. And these are the G100 powers. It's even got an email address from China. And the thing about it is these wintergreen lights, I believe they're made in China. But you know, just doing a little comparison, I will say that the Opticore lights are a little bit more narrow. I don't know if you can really tell in the video. I'm going to do the very best that I can. I've never ever in my life done a review like this. So anyways, so over here, this is the Alibaba light. It is a little more fat. The color is pretty close. You can see a difference in the tint. I will say that. As far as weight goes, it's in my hands, and I'm not going to bust out a scale because that doesn't really make any difference. In my hand, they weigh the same. The socket, it does say China on the Alibaba one, and on the wintergreen one, the Opticore, excuse me, it's rolling around here on my desk. It does not say China on it, but you know, whether the socket's made in China or not, I don't really think it matters. I mean, they are almost, oh, you know what? There's something here on the bottom. Oh, look, it does say China. Would you look at that? It says 120 volt, 0.8 watts, China, DIM, D-I-M, something, something, something. So the socket for the wintergreen, the Opticore right here, does say made in China. So anyways, that's kind of like a physical side-by-side. You know, if you look at them this way, and again, if you can't tell on the picture, that's why I'm using this white sheet of paper. I'm terribly sorry. So there is a very, 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 very small difference to my eyes in what I'm seeing here. So, you know, just keeping that in mind. You know, height, I can tell you that they are damn near the exact same. You know, when I put them like this, I don't see any difference. The only big difference in physically that I really see is I see that this one here, the Alibaba, is a little bit fatter. Now the faceted, the indentations, what I call strawberry, whatever you want to call it, they are different. So on the Opticore, it looks like the polycarbonate lens is indented. Okay, so those little, these little triangles, these little diamonds, not triangles, these diamonds go inward. And on this one from China, the Alibaba, it's these are etched out like this, so these diamonds actually are protruding. They're not inset like this. So what really is the big thing, you know, we don't know what the longevity is going to be, how many hours, the durability. I can, you know, let me see here. I can take, we'll just use this Sharpie marker. I can tell you the Opticore is super solid, and the Alibaba, it sounds the exact same. It presents itself the exact same. I don't see any real difference that's there. You can even see I ran these outside this year. There's some dirt that's inside here. So as far as cleaning goes, I mean, I would say that these Alibaba ones would probably clean up easier because they don't have all the little, the faceted indentations along the light. The ones from Alibaba do claim to be polycarbonate, just like this. They are both SMD bulbs. I know you'll want to see how they look lit up. So I do have a string that's next to me. I've got all the colors that are lined up, and we'll go through each color so you can see. And this is being shot on an iPhone 15 Pro. So if it's a bad representation of color, you could blame Apple. It's not my fault. So we'll plug them in, and well, don't have a whole lot of distance that's over here. Well, let's forget about the green. I can tell you this by looking at the green. And I don't know if you can see both. They look almost identical. Moving over here to the red, again, on this one here is the Alibaba. This one here is the Opticore. Illumination wise, they look very, very, very similar. If you're looking at it like this side by side, here's what I can tell you. I do see a difference in my eye. I don't know if it shows up on camera. The Opticore, which is the one that I'm moving right here, will show a little bit more full consistency in the housing than this one right here, the Alibaba. But again, you know, at night, don't know. I'll do another comparison. Moving on to the blue. Again, staying consistent, Alibaba will always be on the right, Opticore will always be on the left. This one, I can tell you that the blue looks a little bit more blue on the Alibaba than it does on the Opticore, okay? And this is just an SP1 wire that I picked up from Amazon. Moving over to yellow. This is where I'm actually quite pleased. You see a difference. These are both yellow. In fact, look at the difference look at these colors. This is a very amber looking light. This is a very yellow light. This is the Opticore. It stays consistent. The Opticore is on this side, and Alibaba, these G100s, is that what it is? G100 powers are on the right hand side, or maybe your left, my right. This is a very amber looking light, but interesting when you plug them in, the output of this yellow, and some of y'all may be sitting here thinking, you idiot, that's orange. I assure you it's not, because orange is the next color in the string. I really like this yellow on this Alibaba a lot more than the yellow on the Opticore. I can tell you that it's got more of a yellow color. Now going to orange, this is the orange. Now opposite on this one, I think the Opticore light, this one right here, has a more orange color than this. Now you can see up against this white paper how much the light is thrown onto the white, but I will say this, you know, when you unplug, these look almost the same color, but the Opticore definitely, I think, has a more orange color. And flip-flop, the Alibaba had a more yellow color. Moving on from there, I did get, now I do not have an Opticore comparison for these next colors. Here is a pink. I absolutely am in love with it. Here is an aqua. Again, these are all Alibabas, and I also got a purple. Now, my wife's not happy about the purple, and I will say this, that the purple does not put out a whole lot of light. It's very dim. I don't know how that shows up outside, but I will say this, that this pink is rockin'. This teal is, or this aqua is also killer. And again, here is the purple. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all of these down, and I'm gonna shut the light off here in my office to where we can see it a little bit different. Is this Alibaba. I really didn't plan for this, but and I don't know if you can see this light right here. So the way these are illuminating, I can tell you for with absolute certainty, the Alibaba, the cheap SMD bulb, this commercial grade, this G100 power, has got a much more green color to it than the Opticore. Moving from that one into the red, and you'll be able to see this on camera. Hopefully you can see it. The red on this Alibaba compared to the red on the Opticore is much more red. You can see how the light being dispersed here. Let me unscrew these greens so we don't get any obstruction of color. If you see the reflection here, or what's being projected on this paper, I think the Opticore, this one right here, actually throws the light a little bit better than the Alibaba, but the red on this Alibaba one, I actually like better. Moving from the red, let me unscrew those, to the blue as another comparison. I think that the blue on this Alibaba, get out of here, red, sorry y'all. I think the blue on this Alibaba has a better color blue as well. As far as amount of light thrown on this paper, I think they're about equal to each other, so that looks good. And getting out of that, we'll just turn those off. Now going to the yellow, and you will see a you should see a big difference here. I mean, this one right here, this Alibaba is very yellow. This one over here, this yellow is almost more like a soft white, like an old incandescent soft white in the Opticore. And this is not a white or a soft white bulb, y'all. This is the RGB, well, not the RGB, but this is the multicolor pack. This is what they claim to be yellow. This Alibaba lens, I say, has got a much better color. It projects the color really, really well. And then moving from the yellow is going to be next is the orange. And opposite here, guys, so I think the Opticore, which is this one here, has a much nicer orange color than the Alibaba over here on the right-hand side. Again, they both throw the color brightness of really, really nice. I actually think the Alibaba is a little brighter than the Opticore, only for the simple fact that the Opticore is a little bit more, I think it's tinted a little bit more. So that's the thing to consider. And then after those colors, we have, moving on from there, we have the pink. This pink, absolutely love this pink. I think it is outstanding. I think the color output is fantastic. Let's turn that one off. And then moving into the aqua, the exact same thing. I think that sucker is so bright. And these Alibaba lights, by the way, they are claiming 0.83 watts. And then here's the purple. The purple is the only one I'm not too thrilled about. So I'm gonna order, unfortunately I gotta order an entire box of 25 of purple Opticore to change just that one out. But this is the trial and error to get the perfect blend mix of lights. So I do like the color of the purple. I just don't think it's very bright. But then again, if it's a lighter tint, or you may lose the vivid color that's there. So we'll turn that one right there off, and let me go turn that bedroom light back on. All right, guys, so I don't think there's a clear, distinct winner here. I think that both bulbs are good. This is the rest of the bulbs that I got in my sample pack from Opticore. I do say, you know, we all know that these are absolutely spectacular lights. I think they're wonderful. I had this string, and it's all 25, just laying in the dirt along my driveway in my Christmas light display. And they did wonderful, no dimming. Now it was through rain, no snow, because, you know, I'm here in Houston, but it was a lot of rain, a lot of mud, a lot of dirt, a lot of wind. And then, you know, I bought just this sample pack. So here's one thing that I can say that I loved about the Alibaba. And I'll post the seller in this video also with a link. I think what I liked most is you can order any color with any quantity that you want. And the shipping, I will say this, it's interesting, and my phone's recording right now, so I can't pull it up. I got these from China incredibly fast. And this entire order, and here's the order. It was C9 LED SMD bulbs, 120 volt, faceted. One red, one green, one yellow, one orange, one blue, one purple, one pink, one teal. All of these colors for only $15.50 shipped from China. And when I was chatting with the guy or the girl online, maybe it's Anna, because this email address is anna@g100power.com. When I was chatting back and forth, I said, if these bulbs hold up and from a side-by-side comparison, then I will be buying probably about 2,000 bulbs from them. And they also have the 6-inch spacing E17 socketed SP1 and SP2. I don't need SP2 down here. They have 12-inch spacing. They've got green, they've got white, they've got black, and they've got brown. So I think that I'm going to take a chance at this because remember, I'm going from cheap Amazon strings to these commercial grade SMD bulbs. So no matter what I do is going to be a huge upgrade from where I'm at. But anyways, that was my review. I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible. Thank you so much for watching, and that is it.